Hey everyone, this is Black Binder, and welcome back to the Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. Now this episode is going to be purely about how to take out this bastard, the Dorudugan the Hellfire Colossus. I've restarted the game 3 times, so I've played through the entire game up to where our main Let's Play is 4 times so far. And I was trying to come up with a super powerful party, not specifically for Dorudugan, but just super powerful overall. And this is kind of what I came up with. It's a Hellwalker monk, but Hellwalkers do extra damage, but they also take extra damage. And the way I get around that is by going ranged dual blunderbusses with him. But we're not using... Builds don't really matter for this fight, because he requires specific items to break through his damage or his armor rating. So for armor rating, what I'm doing with my main guy is I'm using the Essence Interrupter, which does piercing or shock damage. He has really low shock resistance, and also it does, I think it says plus 5% damage to shock, but I think it's actually around 12% because my metaphysics on this guy just happened to be maxed out. I would have used it on someone else because he doesn't have the two-handed perk, or the two-handed perk from the skill tree, but this was the guy I used for metaphysics. I didn't, like I said in the beginning, I didn't build my party to kill this guy. I just wanted a powerful party. The only person I actually re-rolled for this fight specifically was my tank. I could not tank him for any amount of time, even though I have a fighter chanter. So what I had to do was, the only thing I actually respect for was this spell right here. Many lives pass by, each leaving footprints. It summons a skeleton every 3 seconds, it says. But I've got Brisk Chant Recitation because he's a troubadour. That's his subclass. And that gets rid of the linger, which I don't think that matters for the skeleton summon. And it basically summons twice as fast. So you're just sending them out at him constantly. Now, the only 2 people that actually need to survive is this guy. He's still really tanky. So when he gets pulled in, he can actually eat the disengagement attack and survive. And then my guy. Now, the reason my guy needs to survive is because he's the one who does the most damage, but also because he's got horns of the Aurochs on, and that makes him immune to the pull effects. When he gets down to about 60% of his life, he'll start using this extremely annoying AoE pull, and it seems to miss some of the times, but most of the time it'll yank everybody in. And the only one immune to it is my guy because of the helmet. I think that there's another belt that makes you immune to it, but I can't get it. I don't know why. I did the quest for it, but I never got the belt for it. Maybe I sold it on accident. I don't know. But anyway, all these guys here are basically just for to speed it up. I do actually end up keeping them alive for the entire fight. I've actually already fought him and beat him, but I'm going to do post-commentary on that. This is just the setup for it. But you don't need to keep them alive. This girl is my druid chanter. She's here for easy resurrections with her chanter ability, and then she just heals and stuff in between battles too. And what she also does is this, the shield cracks. It will stay on the entire time on the boss. You only have to cast it once because the duration increases each time he gets hit. But what else? Oh yeah, with the shield cracks and with the Cipher of a single class Cipher, I can cast the Driving Echoes. If I do both of those things on my guy, I get the over penetration bonus on him. So I mean, it's only a 30% increase, so I don't bother casting this too many times throughout the fight. Mostly I just want to stay alive. But I have enough sustainability that I don't actually have to use Brilliant on him, which is Ancestor's Memory, to get my druid spells back or anything. I actually have enough with Empower just to keep my enough skills throughout the fight. For the pet, he is almost always going to be a negative 10 accuracy because of Bonded Grief on my ranger slash paladin. So what I do is I just throw him over here, and hopefully he'll get caught with the poles occasionally, but usually I can just throw him back there and just basically forget about him. What else? Oh yeah, okay, so with my fighter, beyond just, the skeletons are just enough to keep him occupied. So what I like to do is summon the ogres. Man, the ogres freaking tank him so hardcore. Like, they can almost tank him by himself without the skeletons. They must have like a crap ton of hit points or something, but they really do stay alive pretty easily on him. The skeletons usually eat one attack on him. And then this is also another one, Gouging Strike. It says 6.1 raw damage, but it actually was 7.3 raw damage per 3 seconds, which equals about 140 damage per minute. And the fight takes me seriously like 25 minutes. The video is 30 minutes long, but, well, I pause a lot to make sure everything's going perfectly. With the druid spells, there's really nothing you can use to help the fight because you're going to miss every time. This is what I wanted to use, Rusted Armor, for a -4 armor rating, but you don't actually need that. The shield cracks is enough to get the overpenetration with my main guy, and this, it's verse Fortitude, and he's got like seriously 190 Fortitude. It's just insane. Now, for equipment, on everyone, I have, where is it? Something with Stride. You can outrun his AoE bomb attack without Stride, but I would occasionally lose someone. I've tried to fight him before and I've failed, but without Stride, you're going to get caught occasionally because of the crappy pathing or because someone gets in someone else's way. So just get something with Stride on everyone. Where was my Stride? Did I have Stride on this guy? Or did I just get lucky? What? I could have swore I had Stride on him with someone. Oh well, doesn't matter. But everyone else has either Boots of Speed or the Hoana Charm Belt, and that seemed to be enough. I was able to outrun his Meteor Shower ability. Now, the other item we have, because you're going to be dying a lot, Sawbones. It says it's immune to injury afflictions, but what I do is I'll wait. Someone will die twice, and after they die twice, they'll have 2 injuries. That puts them within, like, actually dying for real. So, range. So what I do is you can just take this and cast it on them, and it gets rid of the injuries. So it's only got 3 charges, though. I use all 3 of them in this. But that's just a way to keep you from someone getting frickin' chain knocked out and screwing you over for the rest of the fight. What else? Power is money. Just, I built this guy for critting, and he's a Hearth Orlan, so like that procs quite a bit. This guy's still built tanky. I just want to make sure that I can eat the disengagement attacks on him. This girl, she does a lot of damage normally, but on this fight, I had to get rid of her Arquebus, her Dragon's Dowry. She's an Arcane Archer, but the Arcane Archer is more of a detriment than a help in this fight because you're not going to be penetrating with any of her spells, and her main spell is the Fireball Imbued Shot, and that just obviously isn't going to work on the Hellfire Colossus. What else? I think that's it. Oh yeah, here's another one. On your Reser, get the Ring of Reset. Saving Fate, it'll revive you 3 times in one battle. Actually, I think it's 3 times regardless over the course of the game. But anyway, it gets rid of the injury too. She dies a ton of times, but I'm able to keep her up with the Saving Grace. But yeah, I think that is all we need to know for it. So let's get started on the actual fight. Remember, the fight will be post-commentary, so here we go. Alright, here we go. Starting the fight, I'm getting my chants ready. Just making sure that the skeleton summons are on. Alright. You need to be sure you don't run straight into him when you fight. So, back up your dudes until the skeletons die a little bit slower than he attacks. So you need to make sure you get a a few seconds in between there, right in the beginning, so he doesn't get a free shot off on you, or get within disengagement range or engagement range. Alright, here I'm putting both my Hunter's Mark and Sworn Rival on Dorudugan with my Paladin slash... what is he? A Paladin slash Ranger. He's mostly just an auto attacker in this fight. Because I can't use... I'm fairly certain my Flames of Devotion would heal him. He heals off of his own fire damage, but I'm not gonna chance it. I got a lucky crit with my Gouging Strike. I think that's why it does 7.3 raw damage per 3 seconds instead of 6.1. But yeah, that does a lot of damage over the course of the fight. I think it does around 2,000 damage. It should, but don't trust my math on that. I think he's got like at least 6,000 hit points. It's just crazy because I got it to the point where all my main attackers penetrate his armor. The problem is he just got so much damn health. The no pens that you're seeing are my fighter chanter and my druid. I didn't have an extra scepter for them. I could have gone around and found them, but I just don't think... I don't know. I had wasted too much time running around finding boots of speed and stuff, and I just wanted to get it over with. Alright, right here I try to petrify him. It's got a 25% chance to hit. It did hit, but it missed with the petrify. Obviously, the petrify is not going to work because it's verse fortitude. He's got 180 fortitude. That's just insane. I don't know why I try this. I actually crafted those just to try and see if I could get a lucky petrify off on him. But like I said earlier, your build doesn't freaking matter. Like even with over penetration, when I get my when I buff my main guy with my Cypher's penetrating buff, it doesn't matter. What's an extra 30% damage when he's got 6,000 to 7,000 life? Like really, you're just in for the long haul. The only thing you need to do is make sure you dodge this thing, the meteor shower, with everybody, and also figure out a way to deal with the pulls. Right there, I forgot to click on my Paladin Ranger when she died. I didn't even notice I didn't have her with me. Right here, I think I noticed. There she is. I didn't see how she died. Alright, this is where the Druid comes in. She is all utility here. Healing. Later on, she'll do a lot more healing than she does now, but for early on, she's mostly res duty. And I haven't actually put shield crack on him yet. I was mostly still testing if the strategy would work. I tried a slightly different one earlier without the ogres and stuff, and I died when he started pulling me, so... See, there's no... I tried to land a disintegrate. I actually do land one. Watch how long it lands for. I gotta try it again, though. I try to get the ogres into flanking, to flank him every time I summon them. I must have accidentally selected the entire party. And the boar came up. It must not have been that time, but eventually I do get a disintegrate off of him, on him for like 0.2 seconds. It's so stupid. I don't even know why I tried. It really sucks too, because I don't know how you would get enough accuracy to even do anything against his... Here we go. It's going to land this time, I think. Look at that, 0.2 seconds. Like, how are you going to target him with debuffs? The only thing you can really do is tank him somehow. I'm sure there is a build out there that can tank him, but the funniest thing is my best tank on him so far was Adair the first time I ran into him earlier on in the Let's Play. But like, this tank sucks. I don't know why. I think it's because you can't heal quick enough. I have him based around self-healing and not high defenses. Alright, what are we doing here? More ogres. No time to summon them though, because that thing's starting. You need to get running before he actually starts casting it. otherwise you can get caught. Also, the easiest way to not get hit by that is to run straight past him, but if you do that, he's going to hit himself with it. He only heals for about 30 or 40 per bomb, but I mean, that's just going to make the thing last longer, and he can end up hitting himself with like 6 of the bombs. Their AoE is pretty big. They're as big as they look, basically. Man, look at those ogres. Freaking awesome tanks. And here comes the new meteor shower. Now, the problem, he actually goes down fairly quickly in the beginning, but when he starts doing the pull, you're going to be spending more time running around than you are damaging, because you have to dodge the AoE, you have to dodge his second AoE, which we'll see here in a little bit, and then you have to dodge his, or then you have to move your whole party away from his pull. So the last 40% of his life took forever. It's actually, I think, the last 20%, because I got caught in like a dying and healing whatever loop. My shield crack missed the first time. And there we go. See, it only actually hit for about 3 or 4 seconds, but it shot right up to 9. See, look at that. The reason why the timer's going down so fast is because I have the battle speed on high. See right here, these bombs are going to hit him, but see how it was easier to get farther away from them? It's because I think he can only shoot them in a 180 degree in front of him, I think is why. Yeah, I've tried 3 different groups, not counting my main Let's Play, going through here. I wanted to build them as strong as possible for the mega bosses, but they weren't specifically, like, I didn't have a strategy for any of them. I still don't have a strategy for the big blob and the sigil master. Oh my god, I have no clue what I'm gonna do there. I took spell resistance on everybody, and I'm gonna see if I can't use potions too, is what someone told me, because I like died immediately when I tried to go after the sigil master. But I think we can reflect the spells or something. It's her obelisks that kill you, not her specifically. What I was doing right here was making sure I was getting over penetration. I checked the combat log to make sure I wasn't getting over penetration with shield crack, and now I'm gonna apply my Cypher's penetration spell on him. And then we'll check again once we hit. You can't check off the crits, because with crits I think you get a bonus penetration. I think you get double the penetration, actually. It might not be double. But yeah. This is the second AoE he does. Now this one can really screw you. It's just random spots as far as I can tell. And if you don't get lucky and there's not an open space, you're freaking screwed. Right here I think I lose someone. No? Okay. I do get screwed on one of them, but not that one. So it's 10 minutes in. Yeah. What do we get him down to? Below half in 10 minutes. That was easy. Maybe it's the big AoE that he does at 60% and then the pull at 40. I forget which one he is. He obviously hasn't done his pull yet, so. Just to speed up the fight, I start buffing everybody with, it gives me this chanter buff, gives me quick, insightful, and strong. So just 5 more might. I don't think it matters on the Hellwalker though, because he gets might from his wounds, and I don't think plus 10 might would stack. And even if it did, I've also got Tenacious on, which I think is a better might, or a better fit. Alright, right here, I have everyone who doesn't... I've got Boots of Leap on the 2 people that can't jump normally. The I didn't have enough Boots of Leap for my tank, but he can eat the disengagement attacks anyway. But what you can do is, I didn't do this for most of it, but if I had used like maybe a Beckoner or something to get more summons up, he can only engage so many people at once. So basically you get enough summons there and he'll be engaging them and you can just run away when it's done. The problem is he also does a tiny little AoE. Well, it's not tiny, it's actually pretty big. I even get hit with it with my main guy and he doesn't even get pulled. But after he pulls you, he hits you with a minor, like a little AoE attack. It's not enough to kill everyone except for my Hellwalker. It's enough to kill my Hellwalker in one shot because I've got, as a Hellwalker, he takes extra damage, and I also think my belt, I take extra damage too. The Sash of Judgment. You can actually get his deflection down to a manageable level with flanked and stuff. See, it gets down to 137 without me even hitting any debuffs, but... Okay, we got lucky here because he started doing his meteor shower right after the pull. That means I can just run away. I don't think he can engage or do disengage attacks when he's doing his meteor shower, or at least he never did. I do try to paralyze here, but it's obviously not going to work. 3% chance to hit. I select them individually to make sure I don't accidentally get the ogres. Select my people individually. He did get a couple heals off of that. If you see, it's critting for 309 damage. It's insane. I actually think this fight would be more survivable with like 2 people, with just my Chanter and my guy. Trying to keep everybody alive is a pain. I was checking out my accuracy. I don't remember why though. Oh yeah, that's right. I had a 64% chance to hit without my hunting bow modal on, and with it on I only had a 49% chance, so I figured that was not worth the trade-off in recovery time. It might have been mathematically, but I don't like... I mean, it would cut out a lot of my crits too. Such an annoying pull. I think what I'm gonna... No. Was I gonna summon more? I think I was gonna summon more to see if I could disengage without getting caught. Yep, that's what I did. I summoned the low-level skeletons right on top of him. Hopefully he would target them. Now the leap boots only give you 2 leaps per rest, so... And he does that quite a bit, so... After this is when I'm kind of screwed. So let's look, what are we at? We're at 1350, and he is almost down to 1 bubble, right? I still have like 20 minutes left of this fight. It's freaking insane. Or 16, 17 minutes left. So the first 4 bubbles go down in 13 minutes. The first 4 bubbles take less time than the last bubble for me. I got caught by one of the meteor storm bombs. I'm looking for a way to heal. I like this heal better because it actually gives you a buff that heals you, so you don't have to stay in the area. You can actually leave. Now that move right there that looks like exposed vulnerability, what he's casting, he's actually charging it. It's called Charge Hellstrom. I wonder if this is Hellstrom. I don't know if the meteor shower is or this is, but he's gonna do his big stupid thing that can screw you. We actually got lucky here because it wasn't... There was a clear area below him that we could run to. Alright, he didn't have any more leaps, but he did... I cast Robust on the Druid to hopefully have her survive the attack, because I believe it gives you an extra 2 armor rating. Gonna heal himself. And I think I spirit shift with her. Because I don't... What do I do here? No, I just died. One of these times I spirit shift to see if it gives me more defenses or something. Like I totally panic. Alright, I ate the disengagement attack with my warrior, but he still almost died. You guys need to get out of there. See, I just lost my main guy too. Right here, about here I started panicking. Always feel safer once I have the ogres up there attacking. Then I'm going to use the paladin ranger to heal myself. And then I empower so I can jump away instead of risking a disengagement attack. I still... the druid picked herself up when she died. I think I forgot to mention that. Remember her saving fate, I think? Gonna give everybody some more inspiration. Here comes the pull again. I think this is where my guy dies. Look how close he is. And we'll see. I don't know what I was thinking here. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm going to Beetle Shell the paladin to make sure one of my rezzers survive. Because apparently Beetle Shell makes it so you can't get pulled. Or not. I guess she did get pulled. Well, at least she can't die. Look at that. See how far it freaking hit him away? It's just insane. Trying to remember if there's a way my cipher can res, but no. You guys are gonna eat some attacks, yep. He interrupts you or stuns you or something, so even if you try to jump away in the beginning, like I tried with my ranger twice, she never got a chance to actually jump away. She was either interrupted or stunned or proned the entire time. The chanter res is so useful in these long fights. The chanter and the cipher are both useful in these kinds of fights that are longer than usual. The cipher less so, but at least he can heal the entire time, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't run out of healing spells. Which is really annoying, honestly. Like, that they are unbound by the rules of the game, basically. And the mega bosses are so... Well, at least this one is so long. I guess it's not a big deal if they don't do it all the time. But with this boss specifically, they're a real help. I'm curious if anyone's been able to face tank him on Path of the Damned. I'm not even upscaled, so... I had my guy jump away so he wouldn't get blown up. I was afraid he was too close. Alright, I am making sure she doesn't die. I'm using Sawbones on her to get rid of her injuries. Because if I lose a character, I would have to restart the fight. I mean, I guess I could just remake her exactly as she was before, but that doesn't seem... Seems kind of cheesy. Enduring Dance is really nice on a Hellwalker monk. It gives you a stacking accuracy and I believe it's damage bonus or might bonus or something like that. But anyway, it gives you that no. It gives you accuracy and wounds per second. But if you take any damage, it turns off. So, like, it seems like it was built. Like, monk almost seems like it was built for range. At least the Hellwalker part of it. Like, it's insane. I use dual hand mortars normally, in like in like a decent sized fight, not even a huge fight. I try to interrupt him here, but it obviously doesn't work. I'll get like 31 crits because it's an AoE attack. One of the hand mortars are, or both of the hand mortars are, but also it bounces. And yeah, so like it'll hit everybody and then it'll bounce and hit everybody again. But I've also got one of the buffs on the weapon is distracting smoke, so it shoots a cone out and hits everybody again. It's just insane. It is pretty cool though. It sucks in the beginning, but eventually he gets very, very good. The Hearth Orlin Hellwalker / Rogue monk, or / Rogue. No subclass on the Rogue. Assassin might be good if you stay really close, and blunderbusses do have short range, but I didn't want to count on being within 2.5 meters or lower. This is taking forever. This last bubble, it was about here. I was thinking, it's like, how long is this freaking gonna take? I don't know if he gets a bonus to his defenses or something when he gets lower, because I still get opportunities to attack. I know I'm running more than I'm attacking, but still. I wonder if it's because I'm not refreshing my buffs enough. The Swift Strikes, it's only got like 12-second duration, but it's really nice, especially on this Essence Interrupter, because it's already got shock damage on it, and you could add even more shock damage. It's about here. The next time after this, I start trying to run away from the pull. I don't know if it actually helps, but it seems to. So if you want to run away, if you see him casting it like right away and start running away, I actually think you can get out of the range of it. But every time I run away from it, someone still gets caught. So I wonder if it is actually working or not. Alright, I think that was my last saving grace, or saving fate. Serving fate? I forget what the actual proc is on it. I need a heal. Not a buff. Heal me. That spell casting or spell shaping, you can lower the area in which the spell AoE is affected, and it's supposed to increase the I think the power level of it is what it goes by. Here's where I think I individually move everyone to make sure, because it's too tight of an area for my formation to hit. Yeah. And here I was screwed, so what I tried to do was run to the area that just exploded, and it kind of worked. One of my guys died, but it's better than everyone dying. And now the problem is my guys are split, so I have to stay over here by myself and make sure nobody dies so I can get my Reser back alive. I do have a secondary Reser, but that means I can't summon ogres, so it makes the fight less safe. I thought the boar was my ranger when I rezzed it. I didn't realize she was under his foot. Alright, he's doing the pull, so I had my guy petrify himself. It's one of his items. And apparently it worked. He didn't get drug. Alright, I would have been screwed here if I didn't have Unbending Rival or some Unrelentless or something. It resurrects your fighter once per encounter. But thankfully I did, because he's the only one who can res left. Those are major healing potions. It's the only time in the game I've ever had to use them so far. And for some reason it put my A chant on when he resurrected. I hate that. Now the Petrify saved me from the pull, but now it's going to kill me. Problem here is he's not summoning his guys because I guess I need to attack first. So that's about when I realize it, and then start sending my guys after him. My Magnificent Escape Cape, it activates when you're bloodied or worse, and it gives you one escape, which is nice. I don't know if it actually saves me here, though. Seems like it does. Need to start resurrecting all my guys. Can you imagine if I didn't have a renewable source of resurrection? 2 renewable sources? This fight would have been over like right in the beginning. See, that's here I started running away from him. And even though it pulled me, if you saw that, it didn't pull me close enough to activate a disengage shot, which is strange. So I would say run away from it every time if you can. Not sure how my druid got hit there. Oh, one thing about the... I try to land a disintegrate again, an empowered one. I do have the bonus accuracy on empowered attacks with my Cypher. I always take that just because disintegrate's so strong. At least on normal mobs. On this guy, I mean... I don't think you would ever get a decent powered one. And even if you did, he's got too much health to make wasting an empower on it worth it. One thing about the blunderbuss... dual wielding blunderbusses though, it is so laggy. Like my screen freezes every time he gets a decent shot off with them. It's just insane. I even turned down all my graphics. I turned it off windowed mode and everything, and it's still laggy as hell. See, he caught one person there, but everybody else got away. Maybe it's less accuracy the farther you are away. That could explain it. He gets healed quite a bit off of that one. I think I actually watch his health go up. No, maybe not. I tell ya, I thought I was screwed when I came up against this guy the first time. Or not the first time, the second time when I actually had a level 20 party and he just wiped me out. But he's more like a puzzle boss, really. With some, you just gotta figure out a way to hurt him and then figure out how to dodge his attacks. Like, I don't think your builds actually really matter so long as you have so long as you have a way to constantly summon monsters. I think you're fine. Because the skeletons are super weak. They're the weakest summon you can get. But they seem to do the job. I bet you could get by without them. But how would you? Maybe with Brilliance and maybe 2 ciphers with Ancestor's Memory so you can Brilliance people to get the resources back, and then also like a Druid summoner, like an Ancient. My guy's an Ancient too. The Ancient takes more damage from Veil Piercing attacks, which is just like, it's not really a downside, so I just took it. I'm trying to figure out where my guy died. I couldn't see him backed out that far. But anyway, the Ancient gets a super powerful summon on first level. She can summon 2 Ancients, or 2 Sporelings, and it helped me out in the beginning quite a bit. I didn't realize how easy I had it the first time I played through Path of the Damned. This was my first group I tried outside of my Let's Play with Beckoners. Dude, the worms you summon, you can summon 6 worms at once, right? And like every round they do about 120 damage altogether. like if all of their attacks hit the same target. And because they do fire damage, yeah, some people are immune to it or resistant to it, but on the majority of enemies, you're actually going to penetrate their armor pretty easily. Obviously, they would have been useless here. But yeah, I like the Beckoner. They're fun. It's also a Chanter class. Got everybody that time. I was far enough away, but I guess not. We're coming up to the end now. He's going down. Right here, I'm panic healing. I'm using everybody to heal to get them back up. Surprised all my guys made it out of there, really. I was making sure I didn't have any injuries, so if I needed to use Sawbones or not to cure the injuries. This one I decided just to run straight back because we were far enough away, but he still got healing off of it. Hellfire Iron converts fire damage to health. Frickin' 240 damage. It must heal him more the farther he is down, because I remember it only healing him for like 40 before. I think I tried to imbue missile shot him or something eventually. I might have already tried it, but it's completely worthless. My tank is only using a warbow. I think it's like a fine warbow. Like I was running out of weapons that could reliably hit him. And the only reason I put the warbow on him was so when I clicked to attack, he didn't run up front. Man, that pain block is such a good spell. Just basically for 40, I think, focus, it puts Robust on one of your guys, but Robust is such a good healing inspiration. Throughout most of the game, if you've got a good tank, Robust is all you'll ever need for healing. On your tank, anyway. Yeah, only got one person caught that time. I was happy there. This is where I try to spirit shift and run out. Seems like you're pretty safe from disengagement attacks when he does that. I don't think I've ever been disengaged, like gotten a disengagement attack on me when I ran by him doing a meteor storm, because I was certainly close enough there. And there you have it. I think he's going down here. Yep. Oh no, he turned into an ogre pirate. Oh no, the ogre pirate turned into a Lagerfith mage. That's the essence interrupter. It puts a debuff on the enemy that summons someone when you kill him. But yeah, oh man, this fight took so long, but hopefully you got something out of it. The Hellfire Ironclad's core basically gives you +2 power levels for 12 seconds, and then it explodes for 100 fire damage versus reflex. But, I mean, it's not that good. +2 power levels, I guess it'd be decent, but then you explode, so. Also, the Mythical Odrestone, that's how you upgrade to Mythic, if you didn't know. What are we doing now? But yep, I guess that's where we're going to end it. So just get shock and crush damage and find a way to summon tank him. So I guess that's where we'll end it. So please leave a like or comment below and feel free to subscribe for more full Let's Plays like this one. And that's my mama.